Hello, Candice Sanderson, author of The Reluctant Messenger. I wanted to share with you one of the more memorable meditations that I've had. This occurred on June 3rd, 2019. I went to the Church of Spiritual Light in nearby Fort Myers, Florida, for their twice monthly meditation. This consists of using crystal bowls and then energy healing like Reiki, and it is such a powerful event. But once I got to the church, the messages started before the actual meditation, and for those of you who follow me, you know this is pretty common with me. But what happened is I felt these pulsations, it was like a heartbeat just pulsing through my body. And I had this understanding, this knowing that the vibrations represented the heartbeat of Mother Earth herself. And then the first message came, so let me just read that to you. Let your heart entrain with hers. Step by step, tap into the vibrational nature of the universe. Be at one with this. Sway back and forth as you become entangled with nature, with oneness. Well, this, of course, was talking about let your heart entrain with hers, referring to Mother Earth. And then the entrainment, becoming entangled and entrained with nature, is talking about something from physics, where you might have something vibrating at a certain speed, something else joins it, and before long they're both entrained, and they both have the very same rhythm. So as these words entered my mind and I jotted them in my notebook, I started seeing several different animals. The first thing I saw was a hummingbird, and you know how I forget how many vibrations their wings have per second, but the vibration was like grrr. So the almost frenetic vibration of the hummingbird ran through my body, and I could feel those. I could just feel all that energy. The next thing I saw was a single horse that was galloping very rhythmically across a field, and I had one of those aerial visions, like a bird's eye view, as it just his hoofs hit the earth with this beautiful pattern and rhythm, and then the rhythm within my body entrained with that as well too. Then the next thing I saw was an eagle way above me in the sky, and it's just beautifully riding these air currents. So the energy of my body entrained with that as well too. And then the last thing I saw was a salmon as she's struggling up the stream to spawn. Then I had another message. It said, everything has a pulse, a rhythm. And with that, another vision, or maybe the same vision continued. I saw a large tree and a woodpecker, and I heard this woodpecker pecking on the trunk of this tree. But then I watched the energy vibrations, and it came up from the tree, to the very top, to the branches, and all the way throughout the cosmos. And then at the same time, those vibrations went down the trunk of the tree, in through the roots, through the entire root system, and down through the earth. And it was actually very, very powerful to see and to feel. But with all of these visions the vision that I had with all of these animals and these birds made me have a better understanding of how well connected things are to the earth. Everything and all of Earth's beings are connected. The next thing that occurred, there was, I guess the only way I can explain it is a spirit canoe. So in my mind's eye, I saw this beautiful canoe. I was in the very center of it, and I had two guides. They're both I want to say Native American, but they may not have been from, the Americas. They were indigenous. And they were guiding me down this very narrow river. And I got the impression that this was a tributary of the Amazon. I was in the deep, dense jungle. You could feel the humidity. You could smell the dampness in the air. And I heard animals calling. Some were monkeys, some were birds, but certainly not what I'm accustomed to here in Naples, Florida. The tributary got smaller. It picked up speed. My guides were really working hard to keep the boat in the very center of this deep, swift-moving river. And then all of a sudden, it's like we stopped and we went straight down. It was as if we were at the top of a waterfall, and we catapulted, we just plummeted down this waterfall, although it wasn't really a waterfall. I expected, when I when it came to a stop, I expected that we would be in a pool of water, but that's not what happened. We were back still in a river, but this was a river of glowing hot lava, and it kept going downward. It kept going into the earth, and it was going so fast, and that my guides were just really working hard to keep the boat upright. But we were going through the bowels of the earth. It was fascinating. Then I had another message. As one sees, all see. As one hears, all hear. As one heals, all heal. There is a symbiotic relationship among humans, plants, animals, and minerals with Mother Earth. Their message made me realize and understand the purpose of the molten river that I was on. And I knew that the heat was healing. This was helping to burn away any kind of negative energy that I might have in my energy body in order to make way for healing. After all, this was a healing event that I had attended. When you play crystal bowls, that is healing through the vibrations. And also when the Reiki practitioners would come to each person, they would use the energy from their hands. Those vibrations would help heal the person as well too. So this really made me understand the importance of the burning hot lava. And then when I thought things wouldn't get stranger, they did. All of a sudden I felt another shift in my body, and I realized, I realized that I was morphing, and then I became this giant turtle. And I knew there was a message there for me. I just didn't really know what it was. The rest of the meditation continued. We, listened to the bowls. I had a wonderful experience with the Reiki practitioner. But I couldn't wait to get home and look up turtle to see what that meant. So let me share with you the rest of the story. On one website called Shamanic Journey, it was actually shamanicjourney.com, they reported the turtle was the oldest symbol for Mother Earth, and it reminds us that we need to honor the earth. Now, I just found that amazing because I had no idea that the turtle represented Earth. But that is certainly when I was in the very bowels of Earth, that is when she was manifested, or I manifested myself, as a turtle. It goes on to say, some tribes think that the earth rests on the back of great turtle. And on the website it said, we must create a better home not only for ourselves, but for all beings residing on earth, whether they be animals, plants, rocks, woods, or stone. Another statement that caught my attention was, turtle travels close to earth, intimately connected with the currents of Mother Nature's energy. And did that ever resonate with me? because I had already connected with the inhabitants of Mother Earth, from the hummingbird to the horse to the to the salmon, to the eagle, to the woodpecker. My energy field had actually entrained with them, so I certainly felt that intimate connection with Mother Nature. Another thing it said was, okay, but so since the turtle represented Mother Earth and the connections, all these vibrations with the animals made sense to me. But the turtle also moves slowly, and that was maybe one of the most important messages for me, a most valuable lesson. We need to take time to appreciate Mother Nature. Now, when we look at a turtle, we know that the turtle carries its house on his back, and that's obviously for protection, and that's important. But one of the more important aspects of that shell is that the turtle can turn inward. And I felt like that was the true message for me, or what I needed to get from this meditation. It is the act of going inward that will remind us of who we really are. And to me, that's where the true wisdom lies, is once we can go within. Because once we go within, we become connected to the heart. We become connected to our true selves. And that's how we learn to become a little more enlightened each day. That's how we can learn not to be as judgmental. This is where we can learn to give a pause when we need to. Quite often, if you're involved with someone and they may have a different opinion than you on whatever the topic is, it's so easy to react. But by going within and taking a deep breath, becoming connected to your higher self, to your spirit, whatever you want to call it, then by just taking that breath, that allows us time to act instead of react to a situation. So I learned a lot from the turtle, but mainly learning to go within, because that's where the wisdom lies. So I hope everyone enjoyed this, and until next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye.